All right, so we talked about the marketing. Yeah, so I had a thought. You've been saying how busy you've been with emails and everything, and I was wondering how many of them could be responded with like canned responses because you probably get a lot of the same questions when people or just answered in the emails themselves. Or I've always had a thought that if you took like all your sent emails from Gmail and you spat them into ChatGPT, it would probably identify all the common responses and create templates. Um, just trying to minimize that communication. If all the answers are there, or we can send like canned things, it's going to save you from manually typing every email out. Because I know you get a lot of questions from estimates and stuff.
I'm not going to do that. There are questions like when you coming, what time you coming, how many guys you
Okay.
sending, what product you have, what's included, why does it say 5 visits? It would take me as much time to write a 2 sentence reply than to do all that. I'm not going to do that.
Well, yeah, in the short term, in the long term, you're just going to forever write 2 sentence replies if we addressed it better. Maybe not now is not the time, but we could talk about that in the winter possibly to kind of like evaluate what type of responses you're sending, and then and then kind of solve those problems permanently instead of just putting band-aids on them each time.
Well, I'll be
We're
honest.
gonna,
I would have more time if internally people just stop texting me and sending me so many emails. Just when it's
yeah,
busy. I'm not saying forever. I just don't need 12
yeah,
emails a day from a reach, and
yeah,
I don't need 100 text messages from Anthony,
yeah.
and I don't need the guys calling me, and I just don't have time to read blogs and articles right now. So if we can just minimize all that,
Yeah.
then that'll solve my problem. Then.
All right, we can chat about it in the winter when there's more time.
Okay.
Um, there was something on the credit card for Plum Dental. Do you know what that is?
Plum Dental. Yeah, they're a client.
Oh, wait, there was a charge though, I thought. Oh, maybe it was a deposit. Maybe I'm wrong.
Definitely a
Maybe
deposit.
there was a deposit. Okay, I probably saw Plum Dental and I was like, what the hell's that?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Anthony went and got his teeth fixed on the company.
Oh, we did.
I'm only kidding.
Oh, no, well, that's what I was checking.
Yeah.
If someone actually used the card, so I mean, if it's income, yeah, sure. So I know this is also a last minute thing, but I reviewed the tax returns with Sean for last year just today, and we were able to get
Yeah.
like a 30% tax credit on that mower, and
That's
that ends end
fantastic.
of September. It's probably, basically if we were to get another one, we get a 6 grand rebate if we got it before end of September, but I
Yep.
also don't want to push something we're not ready for. So if we get it later, we're not going to get that rebate unless they do something about that tax credit if they push it
Hmm.
out. Um,
Great.
yeah, and I'm still, yeah, yeah. So they still put the new blades in the mower. So they were using it without the new blades, presumably.
Man, I don't know what's going on with that. It's been what, 6 weeks? How many
Yeah,
emails? I
yeah,
delete them now. God,
yeah.
whatever, man.
Well, it sounds like he ordered the blades, and then presumably he was using the old ones prior. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Of course, it's still going to cut crap if they didn't change anything. All
Seems
right.
pretty simple to me.
Yeah. All right. I'll chat with him about that.
Mark did come in yesterday and he said that he did find a vendor, and I think they're going to send them out.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But so he must have been sent the mower's been being used. I saw it in our video, but it has short blades on it. So of course it's going to cut shitty.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I sent it
Neki
out
said,
without the new blade.
yep. Neki said that he's still having to make like another pass, but for the most part, it's working okay for him.
Well, yeah, but it's because he sent it out with blades that are too short. There's a 1 inch gap between each blade. Of course, it's going to cut shitty. I don't know why I sent it out again before it was done, before he put new blades on it.
Nah, it'll be good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into the weekly audit. 9/5's lit today. Yep. Wow. So we cut off 10 grand.
Oh,
It's great.
man. Woo.
Yeah, right. And this is on top of. I mean, we just dumped 3 or 4 grand into seed last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so
And
good.
also we've been
That's the biggest gap closer we had all year, I think.
and
The
I think we
35
pulled
to
off.
18.
No, look, 20. This is almost 20 here. Then we pulled off 7. Pulled off 6. Pulled off 9. Pulled off
It's been a
11.
while.
Yeah, and then it was going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we want to see, right? So we're right back to where we were around the end of June. So there you go, 3 months. Right? July we're a little lower, almost back to where we were on July 2nd. And okay, that's 2 months. Okay, but we're not there yet either.
Yeah.
But that's great news. I like seeing that go
There
down.
is.
Sure, because we're getting there. Um, oh yeah, but also like we're putting this is transfers over to RBS. We have 9 grand over to RBS because I was thinking that I was like, wait a second, I put in 37. I should be getting something back if we were at 26, right? But I didn't get anything back, and that's because we're taking that and putting it into RBS. We've been making transfers over to RBS, so.
Are you able to take anything out from these good weeks? Like we're gonna have a really good week this week.
Once we start having a good week, yeah. But I mean, we paid the credit card way down. It was up high, and now it's at 4. So once we clear the credit card and we have some cash in the account, then I'll feel comfortable pulling money out. But until then, I'm not going to pull money out. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm wondering here if the monthly payments came out of the account yet. They should have because today's the 5th. There's a possibility the monthly drafts didn't come out yet, so we'll check. We'll find out next week. Because I think they come out on the 5th, so they might not have drawn out today. That might be part of that positive story there. All right, so Target. This is orange, right? I don't know why she doesn't put these in. It's orange, right? The fertilizing. Yeah, so these are orange Target, right? I don't know why I really didn't just put that in there.
Target the store.
It's $385, so it's got to be the FERT place.
That's the Target specialty product. She should just rename those Target specialty products and Target store.
Right. Well, Target store wouldn't live in here 'cause it's not job supplies, right? That's just like whatever you get in paper plates or whatever you said over there.
Paper towels, toilet paper, yeah, shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. That could also be set up on Amazon or Subscribe and Save.
Okay. That's a great idea.
Yeah. We'll tell her paper towels and what do you get? Plates and stuff? Or just
Usually just water and paper towels and toilet paper. Those are my weekly expenses.
Okay.
And the occasional coffee from Dunkin'. It's the least the company can do for me for staying up at night, stressing.
Yeah. Revenue last week, couple grand short, hours short, quite short. But our margin was up because our target rate is 59 and we hit 87. So killing it on the charge rate. Killing it on the charge rate. So it looks like our deficit stayed the same, just probably fractions of a percent, so 56.4 and 65.4. So that stayed about the same. Wow, we're winning a lot of estimates, huh? What's going out?
Killing it on full aeration over seating, man. And I raised the prices this year. So anything 5,000 square feet or 6, I've increased the price to like $350. Last year we were doing it for $306, right? And we booked so many. So I've raised the price and we're booking just as many. So that tells me I can charge even more.
That's awesome. So we're booking we're booking a lot of those high rate jobs. So we should start making a killing pretty soon, which we need.
This week, this week we'll see the results of that.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, the rates by crew, we're freaking killing it. I bet some of it has to do with not fueling. Obviously, we got our downtime down. We got the crew. We got our unbillable time way down because we got the crews working. Some of them are working solo. We got the fuel truck coming. There's not that wasted time where one guy's left at the shop in the morning, right? Just waiting around. The guys aren't driving at gas, so we're saving money there. So the unbillable time's way down.
Right.
And you can see that here. How the hell did Maroon crew get 27% unbillable time? That's very, very low compared to what we've seen in the past. And because our target what we usually get is around 38-40%. We're at 35-36. We've clearly shaved off of there, that down. There's not much to cut. It's going to start going slower though because the grass is going to start growing again. It's already starting to grow again. I hadn't cut my lawn for a month, and now it's starting to grow again. So. Orange, we got 156. There were just a few job supplies in there. This caught my attention in red. So they're at 47, even without job supplies, they're at 73. A lot lower than usual. I asked Harij, I don't think she got back to me on it. Let's see, she just texted me. Discussing red charge rate. I'm wondering if there are jobs that were unbilled. We could also dig into the dispatch. Let's circle back to that, see if Arish tells us before we get there. All right, so we're at month end, right? Through August 30th. Let's look at the numbers. I don't think this is going to be fun, but let's see what happens. I haven't done this yet. So total hours for the month, we got 1234. And we were planning to get for August 2266, so 1,000 hours short. So right now we're at 10.2% profit, 169 grand. So if we change this over to the hours, 1234.75. Let's see the damage here. 8.8 and 139. So 168, 139. So about 30 grand on the hours. But we killed it on the charge rate, right? Let's do overtime next, actually. 3%. So overtime looks like it went down a little bit. Or sorry, we found no overtime. We got 3%. So that went up a little bit. This doesn't change things much from as we've seen. That only shaved off a few $100. And then the charge rate was 82.21. So let's change this to 82.21. So we're at 139, 8.7, 10.3. Hey, we bounced right back. Look at that. We only lost 0.2. So the super high charge rate offset the 1,000 hours short, extremely short. But where would you rather be? Working another 1,000 hours? Where would you rather be? Working another 1,000 hours at a lower rate, or working less hours at a higher rate, right?
We're making more by doing less. It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, and then there's all the stuff that's not shown here is the overhead. Like we're going to be burning less fuel. We're going to be less stuff to fix, less miles on the trucks. You know, all the overhead stuff by working less hours. So that's good news. I was expecting this to lose a lot of ground here. So next month, we 2436. The hours go up even more, and we're probably not going to hit that. I assume we're going to be higher than 1235, right? Like August was pretty slow. So we're probably at 2436, which is going to be how many hours per week? 567 hours per week. 567. And our charge rate target also goes up. So it's going to be a lot harder for us to crush it like we did this month, right? So 98. But maybe we will. I mean, you're charging more and stuff. Maybe we will get higher. And hopefully we're not as short on the hours as we've been because we're going to have more work now, right? I mean, it's the fall. And our goal only went up 200 hours, which, just looking at August and September's generally a lot busier than August. So I would... did we do seating earlier last year? I feel like...
Nope, same time.
Same time, huh? Were we doing other types of work and stuff?
Prior to the first week of September?
Yeah.
I feel like we had more projects. We had more projects last year because this year we almost ran out.
I see. The people aren't spending on as much big stuff with all the craziness with tariffs and crap, I guess. Yeah, we plan a little bit more overtime next. So let's. If I look at 2024, I'm just curious what we actually got in September. But I think our charge rates are based off of that. Let's see. Just so we know what if that goal is realistic. It should be though, because we looked at this when building 2025, right? So last year, September, so we actually did 1521 hours. So we planned on obviously having more guys working more hours because we're at 2,400 or something as our goal this year, right? And we got 86 last year. but we raised our rates, so I guess that's why we plan on 98. So I have a feeling, based on the trajectory that we've been going, that we're probably going to be short on hours, and we're probably going to hit or marginally exceed that charge rate. I would assume,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we are planning a higher charge rate and more hours than last year. Where are we? Yeah, so we're planning 98 and we only hit like 86. So, but we did raise all of our rates, so that shouldn't be. And look at our mowing rates now. If we can keep that up, all of our rates are up. So that's where that came from. We increased it by the amount we increased our rates. So if we do everything the same, we get 98. And then the hours are what's going to be the challenge. And that's why we're turning up the marketing, right? Any calls from that billboard? Did anyone mention it? I haven't even seen it
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah. I'm sure people are seeing it though. There's no way they're not. That's one of those things. It's like postcards. It's like people are seeing that, and they're going on Google.
I think it's still early. A lot of lawns are still dormant, and it's still hot out. Like it's I was at the beach yesterday. It's sticky and warm today. We're gonna get crushed in the next couple of weeks, I think. And I drove by it yesterday when I was heading down to Narragansett, and it really pops, man. The previous one
that's fantastic.
had a charter boat ad on it. It was really dark; you couldn't see it. This one really pops.
And they also it's one of those things. Is like there's definitely a term for it. I don't know what it's called. But when something's new, you notice it, and then it becomes part of the scenery, and you don't notice it anymore. So as soon as you put something up, it catches people's attention, and that just becomes part of the background noise. So people definitely saw it. One thing we should have put on there is maybe like fall is for seating, or fall's the best time for seating. So because people may not know that. It's not like common knowledge, I wouldn't say. They know that people market at that time of year, but I don't know if they know it's like the best time to seed. Maybe consider that for next year.
A lot of people do. I don't think it's common knowledge, but a lot of people I talk to know that fall is a time, which is why they call it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a great idea. Next time.
All right. So the waste log last week, we got FERC concern. Okay, missed spots. Can do anything about that? Please spray weeds, whatever. All right. So why is Efren? Why are the hedge trimmers not ready to go? Sharpened and a lawnmower. Why doesn't Efren have a lawnmower in his trailer when we update the inventory? Not inventory again yet because you put one in the other day. So why is Efren having to sharpen shit?
He came to me last week. It was a short day, and maybe he just noticed that it wasn't running well. He wanted to sharpen it. I'm not sure, man. Mark was working that day in the field, so I had Efren just spend I think an hour in the shop. But this is
that should have been ready for him the day before. Like if it did need to be sharpened, Efren should have dropped it off, right? Maybe like a report to sharpen it. So in a way, that should be on him because unless he didn't know he was using it the next day, but still after he used it last time, he probably should have dropped it off to get sharpened, right?
This is really an Anthony garage issue, right? Anthony's in charge of production. He's the garage's first stop for things. I don't know. I'll let Anthony know, but yeah, I agree. He should have had it ready for him.
But this seems like this is a hang-up that shouldn't have happened. Wherever the problem lay, this is clearly a problem that can be fixed, right? Like that he shouldn't have had to waste 2.78 hours sharpening stuff. That's not his job. It's we have hedge trimming coming up. Whoever used it last, it must have been dull, right? If it needs to be sharpened. So definitely preventable. And we'll go through this winter. We'll go through all this stuff and find out what we can provide solution for. Some stuff's going to happen, but some stuff is what it is. But this, I would say, is a preventable problem.
I think I'm not overly concerned about that right there because that's the only time this year that's happened. And Mark was working in the field, and we would have either paid Mark for 2.78 hours or Efren 2.78 hours.
That's true. Maybe it was just a hiccup. Yeah, because we don't see that a lot, right?
No, and it was like I said, it was a slow day. He was back early. He was just looking for a little extra time. He does like to do those things himself because he knows it's getting done right. He likes to be in control. So I said, okay, for sure.
I'm not sure what this no cost means, but
no cost.
I don't know.
Maybe disposal.
I don't know. Oh, delay, loading table and truck. Truck needs oil, wood. So this sounds to me like Silver doesn't usually, because I saw this note here. So he had to load tick supplies. So it looks like to me he went out to spray for ticks. It's not what he normally does. So he would have had to, it looks like they took the old truck that's not used a lot, right? And so he wasn't set up. So he had to get set up that in that truck is what it sounds like.
Loading table and truck. What table?
I don't know.
Oh, hello.
Wooden truck.
Hello. Hi, Stephen. Excuse me, Justin. Stephen, all right, Lawns. Okay, let's get back to it.
Yeah. So anyway, it looks like he took a truck he doesn't usually use. He had to load up for the day with supplies. It sounds like that was the case, right?
I'm not even sure, man. I'm distracted. To load, I don't even know what the table is. I don't know what truck needs oil. Wood and truck tarp. I don't know what that means. Most mosquito and tick supplies in Jack's truck. I don't know what that means.
It sounds like he had to go do mosquito and tick, and he's not set up for that, and he had to take a different truck. And he checked the oil on it because he hasn't driven in a while, and needed oil. It sounds like he's moving stuff around because they don't typically do. He doesn't typically do mosquito and tick, so he had to get it from Jack's truck because he's a gardener, right?
That's fine. I mean, it would be in a container or another container. What does it matter if it's in Jack's truck?
I'm just saying this isn't really something preventable. That's all I'm trying to figure out because it sounds like he doesn't typically do it. Unless we had a spare truck all set up to go, which we don't. So until that's the case, there's going to be a little bit of waste there.
Well, he would have had to walk to the container and grab it. If truck's parked right next to the container, what's the difference?
I'm just saying if we had another mosquito truck ready to go, then he would have just been able to jump in that one and go. He would have had what he needed. But because this is a one-off thing that typically doesn't happen, he had to go load up his truck with what he needed specifically for that job.
So you're suggesting we have a truck just for mosquito and tick?
No, like the FERT truck, because Jack would have had, if Jack did this job, he would have had what he needed, presumably, right? Because he would have already had the mosquito and tick stuff in his truck. So if we had another FERT truck set up down the road, that's the only thing that would really make this preventable.
It looks like Kevin was doing the mosquito and tick, and he had to go in the Jack's truck.
Yeah, he doesn't typically do it. So he had to load up a truck with the stuff that he doesn't typically have on his inventory. I was just seeing if this is something, I'm just reviewing this, see if it's something that we can fix. It's not really something we could fix without a whole nother rig or different scheduling, just a one-off, a little bit of waste there, a one-off because of switching things around.
15 minutes to grab a fogger and 2 jugs? It's just, I don't know. Okay, we'll identify it later. No sense in racking our brain on it now, but It just sounds like more fucking excuses and nonsense.
Kevin's pretty on top of this stuff. I was just being meticulous, getting what he needed for the day. He probably got thrown, hey, you're doing mosquito and tick, and you had to figure it out. And there wasn't a truck set up for him and stuff. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it doesn't need a truck set up for him. He just needs like 3 things to go do it.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't it either. So yeah, Red, did they go over budget? Is that what happened? Circling back, this is the last thing I wanted to cover because our charge rate was lower than usual. Just investigating that. So it's saying they came under budget, but even without materials, they still only hit 73. So I was just reviewing the dispatch board here. I didn't know if there was work that was unbilled or something that wasn't showing on their revenue for the day. Maybe a lot of driving in there. Let's see what's the unbillable time. It's typically lower on the projects crew though than 37. So maybe they had more driving. It appears they didn't go over budget, and also usually they crush their budget hours, so they were only they only beat the budget by 2 hours.
They had a slow week, and they did that 2.75 hours of non-billable in the garage.
Yeah, that too. Good point. Yeah.
I think I had them do. I think I had them clean up like around the shop. They put mulch down. It was a slow week. They just took care of odds and ends.
Yep. Non-billable right here, like you said. Okay, that's all I got. I'll let you get to it. And you don't care about the flights, so I'll figure those out.
Yep. Open to whatever.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that, man. It's been 13 years since you and I went on a business trip.
Yeah, been a long time.
Yep, should be fun.
Yep.
Excellent, dude. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.